Morning, folks. It's 8:31 a.m. Tuesday, May 23rd, 2017. Bada boom, bada bing. Something had recently been brought to my attention that I needed to talk with you about. This came from my buddy, my brother, Raj. Raj is in New Zealand. He's family. He's one of the primary focal points of Arae, and incredibly powerful heart energy. He'll be doing some stuff with Siobhan and Deanna. Deanna's really busy. She's going to be doing some stuff too later, helping him out, you know, as she feels she wants to, is necessary. You know, it goes with all three of them, but heart energy is very powerful. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about is he had just recently sent something to me, a picture that a gentleman took in New Zealand. It was close to where all the earthquakes are happening. Just a second. I've been up for a while. Let's take a look at that picture. Okay, let's take a look at that cloud formation and see that hole in the center of it. The gentleman that took the picture had made a comment about, gee, looks like it's the size of a spaceship that went through it. Well, what that is, there was a beam of energy that went through there, okay? It was a sensor, but it was a very powerful sensor. If you looked at it, if you looked at it, you wouldn't be able to see it, okay? You cannot see this beam, but it was there just the same, and it came from space. When it left this, it's very strong, powerful ship. When it left it, it was a very finite beam coming out of it, and by the time it got here to the Earth, that's how wide it was. It was going into the Earth over a mile deep, reading everything going on in the ground, where the cracks are, fissures are. There's a large Annunaki base that's already been beat up to where there's next to nothing in it. They can't function anymore, and that was done with all those earthquakes that happened around there, and it was done from a starship. Okay, so that same starship, before it does anything else, if it even needs to, is keeping tabs on the actual crust over there, what's going on. It's taking care of a problem and making sure there's a minimum of issues from its actions. Folks, these folks out here in space helping us, they really care. They care more about the mass populace than the mass populace cares about itself. It leaves me with the thought process that the human race here on Earth ought to be ashamed of itself. So, anyway, that's what that hole in the clouds is. It's not as exciting as when I told you about the Drak putting that force field around a huge part of our solar system, and people didn't want to believe it. That's fine. And I told you that people are going to start taking pictures with their cameras on their phones of the effects of people trying to escape when they couldn't. And then, it's usually about 30 days later, sometimes less, all of a sudden, people are taking pictures of asteroids coming in, popping out of nowhere. NASA says they weren't even on radar. They weren't even on radar. There's no image whatsoever. I mean, nothing. And the people who are the novice astrologers, astrologers, astrology, yeah, astronomers. They're not gonna. Chances are they're not gonna lie to you. You can usually trust them more than you can these government issue idiots. they'll tell you the same thing. It came out of nowhere. Why? Because it was interdimensional. Like I told you, they were going to try to escape that way, and they didn't make it. And then the asteroid comes in. It looks like an asteroid. It's a flaming mass of something. And then all of a sudden it makes a turn, trying to, you know, get away from a populated area. Trying to get a soft landing. I'm not laughing at anyone not knowing. I'm laughing at knowing and not being able to prove enough of what I'm talking about. But you have enough proof. So the main thing is that I give you this information so you have it when the time is proper for you. That's all. Anyway, folks, look, love you, man. That's what that is. Don't let anyone tell you it's something else. Religious. Well, I'm not even going to go there. Folks, I love you. Take care.